Hello everyone, welcome back to ABL LMS. Hope all of you are doing great. Yeah, so till now we have covered lots of concept of Kinter module, right, regarding widgets, and we have also recently we have did one project that is Form GUI. So today we are going to make a very interesting and very popular GUI that is virtual calculator, right? So all of you are already aware about the calculator. Calculator is a device which is used to perform some mathematical calculations, right? Here we are going to make a virtual calculator. Like you have already seen, whenever you want to do some calculations virtually, you can go to the Google and you can search for some virtual calculator. Or in the mobile also there are some Android applications are there, that is GUI applications of virtual calculator, right? So if you can see the images on the screen, this is the virtual calculator that we are going to make today. There will be some buttons, number buttons, and then there will be some operator buttons, right? And there will be some evaluations buttons, like, and on the top there will be a screen that is entry widgets. All of the concepts we have already covered. Like in this virtual calculator we are going to use entry widget, button widget, frame, level, right? So let's just start with the project. So let's quickly jump into the software or Thony ID and open a new file, right? So first let's just start with the from printer import. All right, so we have access all the methods of this Kinter module, and then I'll just create an object that is root and first select the geometry. See, I'm going fast because we have already did lots of time these basic stuff like how to create a root, how to set the geometry, right? For now, I'm just taking it, like suppose 600 x of like 500, right? This will be our geometry, and then let's select some more thing, root dot title. This will be our like virtual calculator, so I'll just give the name virtual calculator. And then we're going to use one more thing. Let's suppose if I want to configure the background, right? You can use configure method and then write background equal to whatever background you want to select. Let's suppose I want to give cyan color, and then at the end I'll take one more thing, main.loop. As you know, this is compulsory to keep you inside a loop. Okay, first let's check this one either it's working or not, right? Yeah, everything is fine. You can see we have selected the background color, we have just adjusted the height and width of the GUI screen, and then we have changed the title, right? I hope all of you are clear, right? And just do one more thing, like increase this height some more, right? Yeah, so that we can cover all the buttons. Okay, so let's just start with this one. Okay, so first what I need to do, I need to create a screen, right, on the top. So first, let's suppose I'm giving the name a screen, that is entry widget, because there you can display all the values. Okay, so as you know, in the last class we have already covered entry widget. So I'll take this entry and I want to make this in the root, right? And then here also, first I'll take one more thing, that is in the entry widget, like you need to pass down what text variable, right? So equal to, now here I have not created any text variable, like what will be the form of the input that we are going to take, right? So let's create a variable. Let's suppose for now I'm giving the value as value equal to, and just take this in the string val, right? This will be the I want to take everything in the form of a string, and the same name you need to pass over here, right? And then you need to pack this one screen dot. First let's check this one either it's working or not. I hope all of you are clear about the basics concept. See, it is saying string val is not defined, so I think there will be small s in this string val. Let's run again. Name string val is not defined. S value equal to string val. I think I'm leaving some things. So here I'm calling this string val from this one, right? S value equal to a string val. Okay. So let me quickly see what is the error. Okay. Yeah, everything is fine. See, actually, why we are going? Okay, see, there is small issue. I think spelling mistake. I think. Oh, sorry, it should be string var, not a string variable, right? Sorry, it's my mistake. Now, okay, now let's see if I run this one. String is saying unknown options text variable. Text. Okay, sorry. Here also spelling mistake. It should be text variable. Now let's run again. Yeah, good. So it's a good practice always. Whenever you write any new things, always check the code. Either it is working fine or not, right? We can see our screen is created and you can enter some value over here. But it's very small, right? Let's increase the size of this screen, right? So what I'll do over here, first I'll increase the x. Let's suppose I'm keeping it to 10 and pad y is equal to I'm taking 20. First let's check it's pad y, right? So okay, no need to do with the x, just increase the value by y, right? If I'm okay, see, still it's showing some error. Now the error is we need to pack this value here. Pad x, let's suppose if I take pad x equal to 10 and pad y equal to 20. And now if I run this one, yeah. See, this pad x pad y it means like I want to leave some space from the top side, right? So it will look good, right? Now after this, what I need to do, I need to just increase the value of this screen, right? Like see, it's very simple. I can use one more thing over here, like font equal to, right? And let's suppose here style I want to take Lucina, size I'm taking 30, and shape I want to take bold, right? Yeah, now see the screen is increased, right? Whatever now here you will write, the size of this text is 30. You can increase the size from here, right? And this is the style of your text and this is the shape of your text. Okay, so we have created our screen. After this, I'll just take one frame because see, I'll take different frame because I want to display the button row wise. In row 1, I want to put some buttons. In row 2, I want to put some button. So we need to create a separate frame. Let's suppose first I'm creating F1, and you know to create a frame you need to call the widget frame, and I want to frame this in a root, right? Next one will be the background color of your frame. So for now I'm just taking it gray, and border width I'm taking 6. After this I'll just pack this one f1 dot pack, right? But one more thing, I want to keep all the button inside this frame f1, right? So first let's create button b1 equal to, here I'll call the button widgets to create a button, and this button I want to create in frame f1 that we have already created over here, right? So here I have taken f1. Next will be the text on button. So first button I want to keep 1, right? So this is our button 1, and then you need to pack this in b1 dot. First, let's check this button whether it's coming or not, then we'll continue. If I click on run, yeah, you can see first button we have created. Now let's increase the size of this button, right? So as I already explained you can use pad x. Let's suppose I'm giving 10, and pad y here, let's suppose I'm taking 5. It means horizontally I want to increase the size by 10, and vertically I want to increase the size by 5. Let's run this one. Yeah, you can see our button is created and we have successfully increased the size of this button. Okay, now what I want to do, and one more thing, I want to keep like 4 button in first row, right? So just copy this one, control C, and then paste 3 more times, right? Just change the name of this button. So this one is b2, and this one will also be b2, this one will be b3, and then b3, this one will be b4 and b4. And one more thing, this is text 1, text 2, let's suppose this is text 3, and this I want to text 4, right? Let's run and check either it's working or not. Yeah, and we have successfully created 4 buttons, but you can see this is coming horizontally. But what I want to put all these 4 buttons horizontally. So what I can do here, I can suggest size equal to left, right? So let's see if I run. Yeah, one button is in the left side. So we need to do for all the 3 buttons. So I'll just copy this one and paste in everywhere in all the pack of buttons, right? Control V. So this should be kept besides each other. Now, yeah, fine. So you can see we have successfully created 4 buttons. And one more thing I want to do, I want to leave some space between these buttons, right? So for that we can also do one more thing. We can provide some, see, we want to provide, leave some space horizontally. It means in X direction. So I'll use pad X. And let's keep it to the, and let's check first. Yeah, 10 is fine. So I'll do this for all the 4, right? So here also I'll write pad x equal to 10, if you want to increase more, you can increase the value, right? And one more thing, do for last one also. Okay, so this will be uniform, right? Now if I run this one, yeah, fine, great, right? So we have successfully created all the 4 buttons, right? Now similarly we need to do some more, right? So what I'll do, I'll just copy from here, Control C, and then I'll just paste it. Now this one, first one will be our frame 1, so this I want to make it frame 2, and here also it will be frame 2, right? Now button also, here also instead of F1 I'll just all right F2, F1, and this one will be also F2, 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 and then button. Now we will start from 5, next 6, next 7, next 8, right? Let's run this one and check either it's working or not. If I run, yeah, great, right? So we have created 4 more buttons, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's create one more row. Again I'll paste. Now this will be our frame 3. This will be frame 3, right? And where there is a F1, just make it to F3, right? Okay. And now the last button is 6. So now we need to so last button is, I think, now we need to start from 9, and this will be this button I'll take, let's suppose plus, and this I'm taking let's suppose 0, and this I'm taking multiplication button, right? Let's check this one. If I run, yeah, great. So 9 is over here, 0. Okay, do one thing. Keep 9 and 0 in the center and plus over here, right? So this will look good, right? So I'll just keep it plus, and here it will be 9, right? See, design you can do by your own, right? So here, yeah, great. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. You can see there are 10 buttons on the calculator, and this is for plus, this is for multiplication. Let's create for minus also. So I'll just do create one more frame, and this will be our so till now we have created F3. This will be our frame 4. So this is F4, right? And where there is F1, I'll just make it to F4, 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 right? And this button, so till now this will be, let's keep it minus. Okay, just do one thing, just keep it C to clear the screen. Whenever I press C, all the numbers or any operators which will be displayed on the screen will be cleared, right? And this will be minus. And then here I'll take one more, this is for division, and this last one I'll take for the, that is for evaluations, right? Let's see if I run. Yeah, great. So we have now everything on our screen. So these 10 are the number buttons, and we have taken 4 operators, plus, minus, multiplications, and division. This is to clear the screen, and this is to, and this equal to 2 for the evaluations, right? Okay, so sorry. So let's start with the, now see what I want. If I click 1, I want to display 1 over here. Right now, whenever I click to any of the button, nothing is happening. Like none of the button is display over this screen, right? So we need to bind this screen. We need to bind this button, these buttons to this screen. Let's see what I can do. For that, we need to use like one more thing. Let's see. That is b1 dot bind. We need to bind this button, right? And here I'll take you need to take like this. I'll explain you, just hold on. Button slash 1, right? And then here you need to pass one functions click. Let's see if I run. Okay, it will throw a error, click is not defined. So right, so let's define one functions on the top. Let's put def click, and in this click functions you need to pass one argument, that is event. It is compulsory. For now I'm just passing a null statement, right? I'll pass the logic over here later, right? So now let's see if I run this one. Okay, you can see if I click on 1, okay, still nothing is happening. If I click on 1 is not displaying on the okay, the 1 is not displaying on the screen, right? So what I need to do, I need to first take the value, and then we need to import the value. Like whenever if anyone click on the button, that value will be display on the screen. You can see here I have taken we have already bind all the buttons, right? Now one more thing you need to do, You need to do this line for all the buttons, right? So I'll just copy this one, Control C, and do for, you need to do this for each and every button. So B2 dot bind, again I'll do for B3, then dot bind, and again you need to do for B4 dot bind, right? Again we need to do for like all the buttons. Here also I'll do, and sorry, B1 dot bind, same I'll do, B2 dot bind, same here I'll do, B3 dot bind, and then B4 dot bind, right? Same here also I'll do for next button, B1 dot bind, and then B2 dot bind, and then B3 dot bind, B3 dot bind, and then next we need to take B4 dot bind, right? Okay, here also we have some more buttons, so I'll do for again B1 dot bind, and then B2 dot bind. Again we need to do for like B3 dot bind, and then B4 dot bind, right? So we have binded all the buttons, right? Now see if I run this one, let's check, is there any error? No, in the terminal we can see there is no error. Just check all the buttons. Yeah, all buttons are working fine, right? Okay, now let's see how we can find out the value, right? So as all of you know, right, what do we need to do? We need to write some text over here, right, in the clip. So what first you need to find out the value. Like if I click one, so you need to find out the value of that particular buttons, right? So as you know, like we have stored all the value in this variable text. So let's see how we can do this one. So I'll write s value dot get. What is this s value? This is the variable that we have created over here. So s value dot get. See why you need to do s value dot get, because see, or before this one you need to do one more thing. Let's suppose here I'm taking one variable text equal to s x equal to event dot widget dot cget, and then here I'll write text, right? See, what is this one? What I want to do, clearly I want to just take see, event like this one. What it will do, let's suppose if you click on any button, that will be the event, right? And what is the widget? Button widget, right? So it will first find out the value through this text command, because here we have stored everything in this variable text, and then we are going to store in a variable. You can take any variable over here, right? Now see if I run this one, if I click 1 2 3 4 5 6, right, there is no error. Yeah, fine, right? After this, what I need to do, I need to write some conditions. I'll write if x is equal to, right? See what I'm trying to do. Suppose everything I'm storing in this variable text, right? Now what I want to do, like if the value of this button is equal to x, right? So first it will again come to, and then check again, it will check the value. What value it will check? See, if I explain here from here, right? So it will check the value, either the value belongs to the variable or not, right? So if text is equal to, then you need to first check either the entered number, enter button is digit. If it is a digit, then you need to store in some variables, right? If it is a digit, then you need to store in some variable. Let's see how. So here I'll write if, and one more thing, this s value I want to use inside this functions. So first I'll take global and then s value, because see, this is not a local variable for this functions, right? You have declared this variable outside the function, and if you're trying to use inside the functions, because you want to modify, first you need to write global, and then you can use this variable. That's what I'm taking over here. So again I'll check the value. If s value dot get, like see what s value dot get, whatever the variable the user will enter, right? That's what I'm taking as value, this one, right? If that value is digit, is a method which will check either enter value is a digit or not. If it's a digit, so I'll take a variable and then store the value. Which value? The value of s value dot get. Now I want to store the value in the form of integer, so I'll convert this in the integer like this, int, like this. So first I'll just find out the value of that particular widget, that is buttons, and convert into integer with the help of this int method, and then store in a variable, right? But and if that number is not digit, let's suppose if someone wants to do evaluation, like when you hit equal to, then we want to see the evaluations like additions, subtractions. Okay, so here I'll use if that number is not digit. So what I want to do, I want to inside the variable, I want to evaluate value dot get, right? You can see over here we are doing the same things, right? Okay, so first let's run this one or check either if there is any error or not, right? If I click 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, yeah. So till now everything is fine. We are not able to see any error over here, right? Now one more thing I want to do, right? So here you can see we have created a screen, right? But inside that screen, what we need to do, we need to enter the value. We need to enter the value of that one, right? So what we need to do, just one second. Here you can see, okay. If that value will be equal to, here I am comparing, if the value will be equal to, then you need to perform these operations, right? But let's suppose if that value is not equal to that, then in that case, what you need to do, you need to set the value on the screen, right? So here I'll come here, okay, just one second, and come here and then write s value dot set, and what I want to set this value, right? And then here I'll write screen dot update. Now see if I run this one. If I click 1 2 3 4, yeah, everything is fine. I think, see, till now we are not getting any error, right? I'm just comparing with my text that we have already created, right? So now everything is fine, widget is fine, right? And this variable is also fine. Now after this, what I want to do, see, s value dot set value, and then s value dot screen dot update. Screen, this is screen, right? Okay. Now after this, I'll write some more conditions. If text is equal to, let's suppose C. If anyone entered C, so at that time, what I want to do, I want to clear the screen, right? So I'll write s value dot set, and I want to set this value with blank string, right? And then again screen dot update, right? Screen dot update, yeah, fine. So this one is also fine. And in the else, if none of the condition is met, here you can see we have applied some conditions, right? If none of the condition is met, then I want to add all the value. I want to set all the value, right? Let's see how we can do this one. So I'll write s value dot set, and then which value which we are getting from the button. So s value dot get plus text, and then again screen dot update, and here we are done. Now let's run this one. Okay, here you can see 1 is over here. If I press 2, 2 is over here. If I press 3, if I do it plus, if I do 2, if I press equal to, we are getting the answer. If I press C, you can see screen is clear. Let's do some more thing. If I want to do 10 divided by 2 equal to, you can see you will get the answer 5. If I press C, screen is cleared. Let's do some subtractions. If I do 23 plus 6, if I press equal to, you will get the 29. Again, let's see if I do 15 minus 9, if I press equal to, you will get the answer 6, right? So hope all of you understand everything like what we have did till now, right? Let me explain you about this functions again, right? So in the click functions, what I have did, see this s value, this variable I have created outside the functions, right? And I'm calling inside these functions. That's why you need to create global variable, right? After this, what I want to do, first I want to take the value of the text. What text? This text, all the number I have stored in this text, right? So here what I'm doing, I'm taking event.widget.cget. It will first find out the value and store in a variable. You can take any variable. and then I'm comparing this variable. If the text is equal to, then I want to evaluate the operations, right? And then set the value on the screen and then update the screen. Or if the user entered C, I want to set clear the screen, or else all the number will be updated on the screen. So all of you understand about this virtual calculators. I hope you'll modify by your own convenience, right? So I'll see you in the next class. Till now, bye everyone. Thank you so much.